December 5th. Everything is normal. Given the situation, everything is normal is not a phrase that seems to apply. However, that is how I felt. Going to the hospital every 3 weeks or so and staying for 6 to 9 days is normal. Flushing my permanent IV every night with blood thinner to prevent clots is normal. Being stuck in the house, unable to drive, is normal. Reacquainting myself with my family when I get home from a treatment is normal. Forcing myself to eat, and a few days later eating all day, is normal. In short, I live a normal life. Jen and I are getting to be pros at fighting cancer. People have been asking about the new treatments. If you recall, I've been switched to the high-dose interleukin-2 treatments. After about 2 hours after the dose gets into me, I get cold and start to shiver. It happens very quickly, going from normal to flapping like a fish in about 5 minutes. The nurses come and wrap me in these nice warm blankets and give me a dose of Demerol. The shivering can last up to an hour. Then I throw up. Dose complete, repeat. The first time I had this treatment, it wasn't very bad. My resting heart rate tripled after 8 doses and the doctor quit. The second time, I was able to go 7 doses, and I cried uncle. It was the first time I asked the doctors to stop giving me drugs, and I regret it. Even though the doctor said he was ready to stop them anyway, the fact that I was going to quit represents a failure of will that I didn't like. I guess I'm not Superman. No, I really am Superman. February 28th. Wow. I read somewhere the first rule of journalism is not to bury the meat of a story deep in the text. So here it is. They found no evidence of cancer in my body. That's right, no evidence of cancer. During my surgery on Friday, the surgeon took many small biopsies of what looked like cancerous tissue. It was sent to the lab, and there was no cancer in the samples. Diagnosis, negative for cancer. Wow. I have to admit, I'm more than a little freaked out. When the nurse called, I started sobbing uncontrollably. Jacob, my son, came up and said, "Why are you crying, Daddy?" I told him, "Because I'm so happy." He gave me a hug and a kiss and asked why I was happy. I told him, "Because Daddy isn't sick anymore." Wow. My aunt made a good point, saying sometimes good news is hard to take. It's very true. I will have more information later after I talk to the doctor. Thank you for your prayers. There could be no evidence of them working. No better evidence of them working. April 15th, 2007. I finished my last treatment today. They took my PICC line out and sent me home. It feels good not to be a cancer patient. So there it is. All of that so I could be here telling you my story. I'm doing great now. I worked an internship at BP over the summer, and I'm back at Rice with 1 year left for my MBA. I don't feel sick, but every time I get a cramp in my belly or feel dizzy or have a headache, I think, cancer? By the way, I had my 3-month checkup today, and I'm cool. What happened to me wasn't evil or bad luck. It's a medical condition that's all too common. I have to apologize for my statistics. I get them from Wikipedia. I don't know where I'm sure Dr. Mendelssohn's are better. According to my statistics, 160,000 people worldwide are diagnosed with melanoma each year, and 48,000 people die from melanoma-related illnesses each year worldwide. Just as it wasn't bad luck that caused my cancer, it wasn't good luck that put me in remission. My doctors aren't magicians or gods. They're some of the brightest people in the world. They care more than most and show a dedication to their work that still staggers me. However, to ascribe them mystical powers would be folly. They were able to save my life because of the people in this room. If not you, then people just like you. People that saw the value in wiping this horrible disease off the planet, and in the process, saving countless lives. My treatment was developed from the dedication of resources and the hard work of hundreds of people. Those people saved my life. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I'm speaking for the hundreds of thousands of people currently surviving melanoma. I'm also speaking for the 160,000 people that will be diagnosed with it in the next 12 months. And while I'm at it, I'm speaking for the 48,000 people that will die from melanoma-related illnesses in the next year. As the one voice of all these past and future patients, I say thank you. MD Anderson is where the research will be done that finally eliminates this horrible disease. And your continued support is what makes this possible. Thank you from all of us.